Okay. Yeah, this application is a Windows application. A window is nothing but it is a container. On top of the window, you can create, you can add components. These can be called as a component. This is a component, this is a component, this is a component. Okay, and this is also component. Or we say control, either component or control. Okay, these controls, if they exist independently, there is no meaning for them. You cannot do anything with them. They have to be somewhere on some parent. So here your form is parent. Windows form is nothing but parent. On top of that, we here paste them. So this you can call as a composition. Now this is a window object, complete my new form object. On top of that, you have these particular controls. These three are list boxes. And this is here text box. Okay, this is a text box and you can find here the properties. What type of component it is, we can find here. It is a text box. Basically, this is a text box. What is the type of it? We can find somewhere here. Okay, so this is basically a component. It's a text box. Into the text box, we can type. Messages can be typed into text box. So this is a text box control. And this is a list box control. Here on the top, you can see system.windows.forms.listbox. Okay, so this is a list box is a class with that we instantiated here. This is an object. What is the name of the object here? The name of the object is LST drives. And the name of this object is LST dirs. And this object name is LST files. The name of this object is here what? LST files, but all of them belong to same class. What is the class exactly? List box class. Similarly, this is a text box class. So using that class, we created here object. This is an object, this is an object, this is an object, this is an object, and this is the top level object, which is nothing but form. System.windows.forms.form. A form is an object here. A form is nothing but object. So here inside this object, you can add other objects. This is called as a composition, or you can say containment. A form is containing here other controls inside this. Form is top level control. It can independently exist. But when you look at listed, here list box, okay, it cannot be existing independently. Somebody has to host it. Your host is in this case Windows form. On top of Windows form, you can actually create the here list box in the GUI. So these components, okay, we can create them independently, but you cannot use them independently. Somewhere they have to be hosted. So you require some kind of host for them. So here Windows form is a host. On top of that, we drag and drop them, okay, or we add them. Then they are going to be residing inside a form. Inside the form, these four controls right now, they are instantiated, and all these three belong to a list box control, a list box class, and this belongs to here a text box. Okay, and this is what multi-line here in this. It is not actually single line. This is multi-line. If you come here and make it false, in such case, you can find only one line. You can see just one line in that case. But when you make it true, in such case, you can have here number of rows. Now this can contain here number of rows. We have increased the size for this. We increased the size for this. Okay. So when it is multi-line, you can type multiple lines into that. Otherwise, it's going to be showing only one line for us. In a horizontal manner only, that's going to be shown. Okay, so this can contain here number of lines. It is nothing but string array. Okay, suppose again I make here multi-line equal to false. Okay, so this text box can contain array of strings. You can make either this one a single line or it can be multi-line. We can use that way. Okay. So the font is what here? Segoi UI 9PT, 9 points with that a font is actually attached to this. So using that font, the text is going to be getting rendered here. Font is nothing but the type of character. Okay, there are different types of fonts we use. Times Roman, Courier. Okay, so here we use Sego, followed by this is Sego UI 9 point its size is. You can increase its size if you want to increase. Okay, or you can decrease. So like this, what is happening? It has created here total 4 objects or 4 controls on the form. This is a form. The form itself is also a object here, and this is also a control, but top level control, and we call it as form. There are certain properties for the form. A form can have an icon here. It can have a title bar. Then similarly, it can has a resize button, maximize button, and close button. These buttons are available, and if you want to use them, you can use. Otherwise, you can remove them. So here there is functionality for closing this. When you click on that, automatically the window gets closed for us. Okay, and localizable is false here. It's going to be using only American English in this. You can make localizable true as well. If you want to make this true, you can make it true, or you can make this false. Okay, so this is exactly what it is, a control. It is nothing but here a form object we created. On top of form, we have 3 text boxes, sorry, 1 text box and 3 list boxes. We have total 3 list boxes in that. So in the list boxes, you can have list of items. From that, any one item you can select. Okay, it is a single item. Only you can select a single item from the given list box. There are list boxes in which you can select multiple items also, but here we can select only a single item. And this is going to contain the drives which are actually attached to computer right now. This is going to be containing all directories of the selected, root directory of the given drive here. Okay, similarly, whatever directory you select here, whatever files you have, you can show them here. So like this, we have here in this. Okay, now I want to use this particular text box for adding text also. Okay, for adding text also, I want to use this. I can add some text here. Okay, when either you can add or you can copy from the existing. Suppose here you select a file, from that you are copying text. You are selecting text and it's coming here. Okay, so with the text, even you can create a new file. So in such cases, but where to save file? You need to go with the file dialog box. For example, take Notepad. When you go with the Notepad, you may type something here like this. Okay, whenever you click on the save, what it's saying, it is showing some kind of dialog. Where exactly you want to save the file, it's asking you. Okay, you can choose the directory and you can enter the file name. With that, that is going to be getting saved. So this is called as here file dialog box. This is called as file dialog box. It should show automatically file dialog box when you click on the save. Okay, now I don't save here. So when you type some text into this text box, I add a button here. When you click on the button, it should be asking in which file you have to save it. Okay, now come to this. And here in this case, now here I can go with a button. I just drag and drop button. Okay, so buttons are meant for actions. Here I can change the name, not name, on the button, whatever text is there, that text I'm changing here. It is save. Okay, this is save here. Then similarly, you need to change the name of the control as well. By default, what is the name? Button 1 we have. Okay, so we keep it as btn saved. And this particular control belongs to here button class. The button class is defined in the system.windows.forms. In that particular namespace, the button class is defined. Okay, button class is defined in the system.windows.forms namespace. Okay, So using this button, we create here a button object. It is nothing but button object. It is nothing but here a button object. Okay. When we click on this, it has to be getting saved. Okay. There is one more thing. Whenever it is empty, this must be disabled. When there is text, in that case, this must be enabled. Here, see, whenever there is any text available, in that case, this must be enabled. Okay. So when there is no text available in that, this must be disabled. So therefore, here I go with this. Then I want to first make this as disabled. Enabled equal to false, I can set. Okay, when you run this, this is not going to be getting highlighted for us now. Okay, in the bottom, what is happening? This is disabled completely. You cannot do anything with this now. Even if you click on that, nothing happens. Okay, but whenever there is text available, automatically this must be getting enabled. Okay, it has to be enabled. How we can make? So there are certain things called as events. Events actually get fired whenever something is happening with a given object. What is that something? There can be different things, like you may type, you may press keyboard key. Okay, it's called as key press event. Similarly, you may be putting key down or key up. Key press is going to contain both the things, key down and key up. Or you may be moving mouse pointer over it. It's mouse move event. Okay, or you may be clicking on this. It's called as click event. Like this, there can be various events. One another important event is text changed. Whenever the content is getting changed in this, it is called as text changed event. Okay, whenever something is happening inside this, some text is changing. So in such case, what happens? That event is going to be getting fired. Okay, in that event, we need to handle enabling or disabling this particular button. That part we need to handle. Whenever text box is empty, in such case, this must not be enabled. Okay, whenever text box is containing any text, in such case, this must be here enabled. Like that, we need to write the code. So let us write here an event for this. What is that event? Text changed event. Now I need to write here. So let me stop running that application and come to text box, then write the event. You can go to events in this and here text changed event. Click on this twice. You have this particular thing. Right here using if condition, if txt data, then dot. With the help of the text property, you can get the text. Then dot followed by, you may enter spaces. Okay. If it is spaces, it should not simply accept. Only spaces when you have, it should not accept. Along with the spaces, if you have any other data, you can accept it. Okay. Length here greater than 0. In such cases, what we have to do, we need to enable the button btn. It is what? Save. Button name is what? btn save dot enabled. Okay. btn save dot enabled equal to true. I write here. Else I write this one here. btn save dot enabled equal to false. Okay. I'm going to either enable it or disable. Now come here and start debugging and see whether that is getting enabled or not. If I keep on typing something, it is getting enabled, see. Okay, if I completely delete it, it's getting disabled. But when I put simply spaces, it is not getting actually enabled. When you have content in that case, that means some characters other than spaces, in such case, it is actually getting here enabled. Not only this one, even if you select any file, in that case also, that must be getting enabled. Okay, now let me go here with the like ANG-LMS. Okay, I press like this. And from here, I want to go with the package.json. If I go with the JSON, no data will be here shown because it is not ending with the here txt extension. It's not a text file. It's all these are nothing but JSON files. Okay, ANG test, let us take. I debug, I disable this breakpoint. Okay, now I press F5. If you see, you cannot find any files that side. Go with Angular apps. Even here you don't have. Okay, we need to find somewhere the text file. Any text file, is it available? We need to find. Okay, even here also I don't find. I have one text file. When I select here, I can find all that information in this. And now it is getting enabled automatically. It's getting actually enabled. But here what I do, I select everything. I delete this. In that case, what is happening? It's now here getting again disabled. Okay, now I go here and select it. In that case, what is happening here? It's again getting enabled for me. This is getting enabled here. Whenever there is valuable, I mean, meaningful text in that, it's getting enabled. Otherwise, it's not getting enabled. Okay, so like this, I have enabled and disabled this particular button. Now, when I click on the save, it has to show some file dialog box. It has to show file dialog box. With the help of that, what should happen? It should ask me to save the file. I mean, in whatever directory I want to save, it should be giving me a chance to select the directory. And at the same time, it should be asking me to enter file name. Whatever file name of my choice, I should be in a position to enter. Okay, so for that now we need to write the code. When you click on the save, it should be giving me here a file open dialog, a file save dialog box. You have different types of dialog boxes. One is what? Message box. Message box meaning is it's going to simply display messages for us. Okay, and sometimes what happens, you can select an option from that, yes, no, or okay, cancel. Like that, some dialog result you can get. Dialog result okay, or dialog result cancel, or dialog result yes, or dialog result no. So like that, any one option you can select. So it is something like actually either a simple dialog box alert, or it can be confirm. That means you can give confirmation, yes or no, okay, cancel. Like that, you can give confirmation. So there are the two different types of dialog boxes available. Along with that, for choosing files, for choosing colors, okay, for all these things, actually, you have dialog boxes. So first I show you the file save dialog box. Automatically, it should be showing us file save dialog box when you click on the save button. Okay, so now once again, I come to design part of this. Then here, I move this button little bit this side. Okay, when I click on this particular thing, it should open file save dialog box. Okay, so here let me first of all type here Windows predefined dialog boxes. Okay, dialog boxes. One is alert, then two, confirm. Okay, when it is alert, in that case, you have only OK button. There is going to be only OK button. But when you go with the confirm, in this case, you can have two buttons, OK cancel, or you have yes, no. Possibilities of like that. You can have here OK cancel. It is one option. Similarly, you can have here yes, no. Okay, buttons, OK cancel buttons, or yes, no. Like that, you can create a confirm dialog box. Fine. Then similarly, third type is what here? File save dialog box. Okay, dialog box. Similarly, file open dialog box. And this is called as here message box. Even this is also nothing but message box. Okay, file, save file dialog box or open file dialog box. It's not file save file dialog box. Okay, then similarly, open file dialog box. Similarly, you have font related dialog box, and sixth one, color related dialog box. One more is what? Printer related. Okay, so these are the few predefined dialog boxes we normally use. Now, very first thing we go with the save file dialog box. Okay, we are going with the save file dialog box. Whenever we click on this, what should happen? It should open here a save file dialog box. Let us create like this save file dialog. We are getting it. This is a class name. Okay, object save FD means file dialog. This is equal to new here save file dialog. We are going to create here a object called object name is what here obj save FD, but it belongs to which class? Save file dialog. That means whatever features we have in the save file dialog, automatically they are going to be available with the obj save FD. Okay, it is going to be an object. Now, what are the properties and methods available in this? Let us see. Okay, very first thing is what here? File name. When you want to save a file, whatever file name you choose, automatically that comes in the file name. Okay, similarly, here another option. First of all, let us launch it. Object save FD dot here show dialog. So with this, what happens? The dialog box is going to be opened for us. Okay, and here what we do, we try to filter them. We have to filter here. So filter meaning is what? Only text files must be selected here. No other provision. You can select only text files. That way you should write you should configure it. It should be accepting only text files, no others. That way we need to configure it. Okay, so let me configure with that. It is object save FD dot here it is filter. Okay, in the filter, what I can do is star.txt. I put followed by here txt, then text files. I want to put something like this text files. I want to write here. So this way I'm trying to create here a filter. Only text files we should be in a position to choose in this. Now just start debugging this here. Okay, start typing something into this. Now it is getting enabled. When you click on this here, it is showing something like this for us. Okay, it should not be shown like this for us. Okay, let me change that, why it is behaving that way. Okay, now here, Let me put something like this and see what happens in this. Okay, start debugging. Again, type here something. It is getting enabled for us. Click on the save. Okay, it is going to be automatically getting saved as a text file. We are filtering like that. Okay, so but here we need to even set the extension. You have to set the extension here. Okay, so filter, fine. We just put like this here. Then object save FD, then dot default extension we take here equal to it is txt. It is going to be having an extension txt. It's the default extension we have. Okay, when you don't specify anything, it is going to be default extension. Okay, it is opening here a file save dialog box. Upon selecting file, when you click on the save, it should be getting saved. But when file name is available, here write if obj save fd dot okay dot file name we need to take in this case. File name dot length dot trim also we should use. Sorry, file name dot trim dot length. If it is greater than 0, in such case we have to save it. So, but how to save that? Let us save actually like this. File dot. Since it is text file, we go with the write all text. So in this case, we need to choose the path. So here we go with the dot trim. This is nothing but actually file name. We get here. Then here we need to put the content where that is txt data dot text dot trim. Like this, we can save. So it must be saving data for us in such cases. Okay, it has to save data in the given location for us. Then after that, we should get a message box here. Message box, the dot show. Okay, file has been saved successfully. Okay, then followed by here we put file save. Followed by here, we can go with the message box buttons. Message box buttons dot OK. We can just go with the OK. Similarly, here we can take the icon as well. Message box icon. Okay. Icon. Followed by here, it is hand. Something we show in this. Like this, it has to work for us. Okay, this is called as here alert. It is just displaying us file has been saved successfully, just alerting us. Now click on this, then start debugging here. Okay, I type some text in this. Welcome to file save dialog usage session like this. When I click on this save here, okay, filter is not working, therefore comment this filter part. It's giving error. Fine, then we continue from here. Go with F10. Okay, now here, press F5. It is showing here. Let me go with the desktop and type here. So here I want to put this one as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I want to save this here. Okay, file has been saved successfully. This here, we are getting some critical kind of thing. This is wrong. We should not get it. Fine. But let us go onto the desktop and see here. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The file is available. Let us open with the notepad and see what content we have. Welcome to file save dialog usage session. Okay, the file has been created for us. But here, when I go with the hand, it should not display the critical message here. It's showing the critical message. This is wrong. Dot, I should not get error in that case. So it should be, there is no hand available. It looks like that. Hand is available, but why it is showing hand? Again, try to make that. Okay, once again, I type here sample data. Then click on the save button. Then write here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then click on the save here. So it should be showing hand symbol, but it is showing here some critical kind of thing. This is wrong. Something wrong with the library here. Okay, with the library itself, actually, there is something wrong. If you don't want to use that particular symbol, you can remove here. That message box icon, if you don't want to use, not required. Okay, again, try to go with this. Then try to here, once again, type, welcome to C# sessions. Okay, now click on the save. So this time I want to give like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like this I'm giving here. When you click on the save, it is just showing file has been saved successfully. This is called as here alert. Okay, it is alert. Now click on this. Fine, then I close here this one. Now if you come here and see, you can find all the 3 files which are created. Now let me delete these. They are not required now. I am going to delete them here. Okay, so what happened exactly in this case? We have created here a file save dialog box. It's nothing but again object here. It's going to be showing here for us a dialog box. So with the help of that, what we do, we try to save a file in the given location. And by default, what is the extension for the file? It is txt. That means it is a text file. We are trying to create here only the text file here in this. And using file, which is nothing but a static, it's a class. Inside this, you have here write all text. It's nothing but a static method. With the help of this, we are writing the content in the text box into the given file name. So file name, how you are getting object save fd.filename.trim. This is giving you the name of the file. And here it is giving you the required text. Txt data.text.trim. So whatever data you have in that we are taking and writing into the file. So file.write all text. Whatever text is available in the text box, we are writing into this file here. Then at last, what is happening? It is saying that file has been saved successfully. Okay, so this is called as here file save dialog box. You are familiar with that, I think, because when you work with Notepad or MS Word or MS Excel, if you don't save them, it's going to give you automatically some kind of message. File hasn't been saved, whether you want to save or not. Okay, so here also this is nothing but a save dialog box. With the help of that, we are saving. So where do we save the file? Whatever directory you choose, in that particular directory, the file is going to be getting saved. Here I was saving in the desktop folder itself. Okay, so this is called as here file save dialog box. We are saving the file here. So save file dialog box followed by we created object here. Then after that, we are setting certain properties. Default extension of the file is .txt, txt it is. Okay, then followed by I'm opening the dialog box. Object say fd.show dialog, with that dialog box is getting opened. Then you need to choose the file name. If the file name, if you enter the file name, in that case, what happens? It is going to be here saving, otherwise it will not save. Let me come to here else part also, then I show you here. Else, I can show alert like message box dot show. Okay, here, please select a file name. Select a file name. Please enter a file name. Then try to save. So this is the message I'm trying to show. Okay, that message I'm trying to show. Just try to run this here. Now, I type some text. Here, click on the save. Now I want to save this here. When I click on the save, what should happen? Here, nothing should happen actually. There is no file name here available. So therefore, it is the validation itself is available here. So it cannot save anything. If you go with a cancel, it says no. Please enter a file name, then try to save. Okay. Or else, if you cancel, what you can do, you can delete this point. When you cancel, you can delete it. Now try to run this here. Okay, now put some text into this here. Click on the save. Then click on the cancel here. In that case, nothing happens. When you remove here, it is going to be getting disabled again for us. Okay, that means what? When file name, if you don't enter any file name, it will not do anything. It's going to be, when you click on the cancel, what happens? It is not going to do anything. Okay, so if you want to do anything, you can write here. If file name length, if you don't enter in file name length is going to be equal to 0. So in such case, no file has been selected message you can give in such cases. Okay, so you can get a message that no file has been selected. Like that, you are going to get message. So I'm trying to save the text with some file name here. Whatever name you enter, with that it's going to be getting saved. So this is called as here save file dialog box. Okay. Similarly, you can have here open file dialog box. So you can have an open file dialog box with help of that. Whatever file you choose, text file. So it is going to be getting here opened. Okay. And content is going to be retrieved and will be shown in this text box. Like that you can write. So here, drag one more button. You can drag and drop here another button. Just put here. Then what name you put for this? Go to properties here. Okay. Then set here. It's not button one. This is open. We are going to open the file and here it is btn open. I want to name this as btn open. This is object name and this is the text which is coming on the button. On the button, you see this open here. Text is open on the button, but the object name is what here? Variable name is what? btn open. When you click on this here, it is exactly what btn open click. When you are clicking on the button, it should be here opening a file for us. Okay, so here what you do, just create here open file dialog. Right here object, it is OFD. This equal to new open file dialog. Here just type obj OFD, then dot followed by show dialog. We are going to open here again dialog box. In such case, we are going to open the file. Okay, here we go with the obj OFD dot here default extension is going to be again txt. It's a text file extension, automatically it's going to set for us. Then what should happen here? If the selected file name, again, take if condition, object OFD, the dot file name, dot trim, dot length. If it is greater than, again, 0, in such cases, we need to open the file here. We need to open here file, right? String str equal to, I can go here with the file dot read all text, followed by, I can go here with obj OFD, the dot file name, dot trim. So it is going to open the content from the given file. Then here txt data dot text equal to, here it is str. Like this, I can open it. Okay. Else what happens here? You can come to this part and write here else. Write this message box dot show no file is selected. Like this, it should give a message for us. Okay, now try to run this. Now, by default, this can be enabled. Click on the open. What it says, it's showing something like this for us. You can go to some bootstrap example. I select this particular thing, or I can go with some other text file. You can have some kind of text file here. So Mohit request we take. Click on open. So it is actually shown for us. Okay, we have some text and which is coming up in this. In the text box, you can find the text which is coming from the file here. Okay, which is here coming up. Again, I remove this here. Once again, I click on the open. This time I can go with some other file. Okay, I can go to some other file and I try to retrieve data from that. So I click on here, cybersecurity awareness program. Okay, so here you can find information related to cybersecurity completely. Okay, so here this way we are getting the data and it's getting displayed here for us. So what exactly it is doing here? From the selected file, it is taking data. Now I go with this open. This time I cancel it. What it says, no file is selected. You're getting this kind of message here. So this is called as file open dialog. Okay, after selecting file name, so using file dot read all text, with that you can read, or using file dot write all text, you can write. So using write all text, we are writing into the file, and using read all text, we are reading from the file. We are performing both the things. Whenever you are saving at the time, you are actually trying to write to a file. You are going to save on the disk with a file. Okay, but whenever you are going with the reading, in such case, you are reading all the text from the given file into here one string variable. Then later on the data from the string, we are adding to the text box. Txt data.text equal to str. So like this, what we do, we are reading from the given file. Okay, then we are adding to the text box. So like this, we have used here both the things. One is what? Save file dialog. Other one is here open file dialog. Both the dialog boxes we have used here. And apart from that, we have used even the message box. Like alert, we are using. Like an alert, we are using the message box. Okay, next one. What I do, I want to change font for this. I would like to change font for all the controls. In fact, for all the controls, I would like to change the font. Or else or else I just want to change with the LST files. For that, I want to change the font. Therefore, here I go with the another button. Okay, another button. Here it is change font. That is the name I am keeping here. Okay, but here I need to change the button one as BTN. Change font. Like this, I write. Okay, then here when I click on this, what happens? It should open a font dialog box. Okay, let me open the font dialog box here. There is one font dialog box. Like this, we open. Object, this is again here. FD, this equal to new font dialog. I can open here a font dialog box. Then right here, object FD, then dot show dialog. Okay, it is here show dialog. It's going to show the dialog box. The next thing what I do here, object FD, then dot font not equal to null. Okay, if condition, I need to choose here. If it is not equal to null, in such cases, I need to apply to the list box. LST files dot font equal to here object FD dot followed by here font. Whatever font we selected, we can apply here. Now just go with this and try to run this. Okay, I have chosen like this. Then from here, I can be selecting something like this here. Okay, I want to change font for this. Right now we have one type of font. Now I want to change the font for this. Okay, I can go with the bold. I can go with the 12. Then click on OK. Now it is getting changed for us. You can see what font it is now here. Okay, it is available. The font has been changed. Similarly, now you don't want to use bold. Just you want to go with like light only. Now click on OK. Now it is going to be light for us. Okay, it is nothing but here light. So like this, what is happening? Whatever type of font you want to choose, you can choose Windings you take. Okay, go with the 12, click on OK. So it is going to show fonts like this. Okay, so similarly, we go here with the change font. So this time go with italic and emoji kind of thing we take and click on OK. So like this, it is changing for us. What's happening in this case? It is actually changing for us. Okay, we are changing the font here. Similarly, the background color and foreground color as well we can change. Fine, so that also we do here. It is changing the required font for us. Next thing here, we go with one more button. Okay, take the button and put here. So this is change fore color. Okay. Change fore color is the caption I am putting here. Similarly, next one, change background color also. I put another button. Write this one as change BG color. BG color meaning is background color. Okay, for both of them, we need to change the names here. BTN, C foreground, CFG, and this is BTN, C BG. Okay, this is FG and that is BG. When you click on this again, we need to change the color. So this time we go with the color dialog. This time it's going to be color dialog. Okay, object CD. This is equal to new. Here it is color dialog. Okay, go here with this object CD dot show dialog. We are opening the color dialog in this. When you change some color here, what should happen? The four color must be getting changed here. Here write if object CD dot color. Okay, if it is not equal to null, then in such cases, we need to change the color of the LST files. LST files dot, this is what four color equal to here. This must be object CD, then dot color. Whatever color we choose, we're going to set it. Okay, same thing we copy and we try to write with the background color as well. Okay, but here this time it is going to be, okay, this is going to be LST files dot background, back color. Like this we take and try to add them there. Now just start debugging here. Okay, change BG color. I want to go with this, click on OK, background color is getting changed. Now I want to change here four color. So I go with the white color here, click on OK. So it should change with the white color, but it's not actually changing. Click on OK. Yeah, it is when you select certain things, in that case, you can see the result. You can find in this now. We're getting it. Okay. So if you come with this or virtual box now, change four color in this. Go with the, like here in this black color, what happens, see. So four color is changing as well as background color is also changing for us. So like this, you can be using different types of color dialog boxes, different types of dialog boxes. What are the dialog boxes we have used today? One is what? Save file dialog. Similarly, save file dialog we have used it. Okay. Then similarly, we have used the open file dialog. And one more is font dialog. Okay. Color dialog. We used them. Also message box we have used it. Message box also we use it. So these are the predefined dialog box available that you can use with the Windows applications. Okay, when you develop Windows applications, these you can use.